Good morning, good evening, night, ladies and gentlemen. Hello and welcome back to your Southeastern Esports station, where today your Valorant team is going to be taking on OCCC in a best of 5 for Valorant. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very high stakes game because the winners of this final match will get to proceed in the national tournament of all of esports. This is a very, very great opportunity that your Valorant team gets to play in here tonight, and great to see how they're going to stack up against the competition. Now, we have played OCCC in the past, but it was been about a month. So, and I believe we did end up actually losing that game, but like we said, a lot can happen within a month of time, especially in play time, building chemistry with your team. Very, very exciting to see how this is all going to stack up. And now for your team, starting lineup, the composition: Mr. Goat going to be on Raze, Isaac on Fade, Adias on his traditional Cypher, Mop on Breach, and then Bender going to be on Brimstone. And then the enemy team, OCCC, gonna have a Brimstone, a Raze, a Viper, a Yoro is something that we haven't really seen very much at all, and a Sky. That's a very different comp. I do not think Southeastern has seen that character at all this year, so very, very curious on how they're gonna play against that. So again, your typical starts of the round, pistol rounds is what you're gonna see. The economy is gonna be very, very low, especially you're not gonna see very many buyouts whatsoever. Straight pistol rounds, and this is really going to set up the next 3 rounds basically for this Valorant game. If they win the pistol round, they're going to get a boost in economy and probably going to go towards an eco buy to hopefully win out the next 2 rounds after that and give their team a little bit of cushion to play against. And now your Southeastern team is going to be the attackers for this side of gameplay, and then at the half we'll switch and they will go on the defensive side. Again, Adias and Mop, great players to watch out for, especially Bender. He's playing a little bit of a different role today. You usually see him on Omen or maybe an entry frag role, but he is on Brimstone this time. And it is great to see that, especially smokes coming out here early. Very, very lots of aggression here. As soon as this smoke fades away, a lot of bullets are going to go flying. But it seems OCCC seems to back up just a little bit, and they do swing on the enemy Raze, and down goes Vis for OCCC, and Nightshade as well. And it seems Southeastern to set up very well for this first take on this A-bomb site. Now the rest of OCCC will decide to rotate in, but Bender going to be setting up those smokes, which is very, very crucial. Now Cromsy holding that angle on the left there. Southeastern playing it slow. Mop does realize one's there, and there goes the flash. And through the Brimstone smokes, Emna's going to swing. Takes quite a bit of damage there. Spike is going to go fall, but only a 1-on-3. Can Southeastern swing? Excuse me, a 4-on-3. And that's all they have. Here they go. 1 bullet shall do it. And there they have it, the wall bang. And Southeastern going to take the first round of attack. Now a great start, and again, great momentum for the Southeastern team. As you can see, that economy is booming right now, especially as we see eco buyouts with a Marshall, Guardian, and some SMGs scattered about, and a Vandal coming in from Mop there. And OCCC is just going to save. Stay to the classic pistol. They're not going to try to do very, very much at all. So counting down these final rounds of attack, we're going to see round number 2 underway. A little bit of an initial push, some gunfire here. Down goes Emna. And the early pick for SE. And now Adias getting in the action with the Bulldog looking. And I think they're going to play it safe. They're going to rotate back with the rest of their team. Adias going to stay on the flank with the Cypher cams. And now looking to push towards mid. They're going to take the slow game. Outlaw in the hands of Mop. Staying towards the back. Breach. Nobody on OCCC seems to be peeking just yet. You see Nightshade in the very back side of bomb. And now those Viper smokes come out, and it's going to be a little bit more of a struggle for Southeastern to take this point. And then through the swing, down goes Cromsy. And OCCC just gathering everything they can to get back in control of that site. Mop going to sit back with the Outlaw. Perfect position for him. Now Bender's going to send out another smoke with Brimstone. shielding off Nightshade, the fade. Trying to get some intel. They see two on the left side, and there's one on the fuser, and the headshot by Bender. And now Kamai is going to pick up one on Isaac, but a 4-on-2 with the weapon advantage. Not much going to happen. A little bit of back and forth there. Kami, the only one left. And the spike is going to go off. And a 2-on-1, I believe. Each one is just going to save. And he's going to die and get that reset for the economy. A 2-0 lead here for your Southeastern team. Take a look at this leaderboard just real quick. 4-0 from Mop. Being a great player for your SC team. Bender not far behind. 3-2. Mr. Goat and Adias 1 apiece. And Isaac struggling just a little bit with 0-2, but man, it doesn't matter about stats. It's how you use your ability and swing your gunfights. You can do a lot of damage, but it just won't show up on the leaderboard. Walking into round number 3, excited to see what SC is going to do. They're going to send a 5-stack towards a bomb site. They're going to split. They're going to have 2 mid and far right-hand side. The only one contesting is Nightshade. And there goes Mr. Goat, the entry fragger. Going to look for the action. Mr. Goat out ahead. No damage has been dealt just yet, but does still have a breach in the back pocket. And now he's going to rotate mid with the rest of his team. And going to look to try to set up a little bit of a crossfire, clear out some OCCC players before they make their move towards A. But a very popular bomb site towards Southeastern and a frag nade. He knows that Viz is there. Doesn't decide to use it. Puts it back in the pocket. And they're going to play the slow game. 50 seconds remaining. And that frag could be crucial here. Mop. They decide to trade angles there. Oh, and on the breach charge, Emna gets the shot off of Mr. Goat. And now Southeastern finally playing from a disadvantage. Cypher Smokes going through. Isaac getting very active. Spike going down. He might get swung. The rest of his team is backing him up. And now down goes another one. Viz for OCCC. And now Cromsey on the swing and he'll bit one as well. Isaac and Adias sitting back, but being very aggressive. Southeastern's in a bad corner here, and they're going to be swung with 2 OCCC players all there. There's another one, but it's a 1-on-1, and no, down goes Mop. I believe with plenty of time to spare on that diffuser, and now OCCC will take their first round on defense. Little bit out of position there. Southeastern found themselves in a little bit of a pickle. They didn't want to be quite on that corner. As soon as Isaac got that plant down, they were backing him up, but they didn't get through the backside of the bomb site to help with the crossfires, and they just got backed up in the corner and unfortunately lost that round. So now take a look again at the economy. Southeastern with full buys completely, and OCCC looking to scrap something together. More focused on weapons than armor. Emna sitting pretty with an op and full shield. He did get the entry pick on SE earlier that round. And OCCC sees the spike is down. And Viz just going to walk through the smoke. Mr. Goat has 3 targets right in front of him. And he's going to send a bomb drone. But no, he changed it to a frag. This could be huge. Viper smokes. And now Mr. Goat gonna pick up one with his frag. And now here's the Brimstone. Using his ult. But doesn't seem to do quite much. And now Bender could see some action. On the left-hand side, OCCC is pushed up very far. And now Southeastern gonna have to swing. Picks up one on Camille, and Emna gets the pick on Mr. Goat. A 1v2 scenario. Adias jump peeking. Nightshade playing a very passive angle. He sees he's there. Has to play 2, and no. Adias doesn't quite get the job done, and now tied up 2-2. OCCC finally finding their rhythm. Southeastern with one ult to their name. That Cypher ult could be very useful in swinging the tide back their way. Cypher ult basically reveals every player on the map, so in late game scenarios or even in pre-phase, if you want to make rotations, then you can call and use that ult to your abilities.
This is a nice spot.
And again, pre-round setup. Gonna make sure those tripwires watching for the flanks. And now they're gonna try a take towards B site. OCCC has finally seen to stump them towards A. And now they're gonna try their luck going the other way. Swinging 3 on this angle here with the Sheriff. One well-placed shot could do it. Getting that orb. Getting one more towards his ultimate. And Southeastern playing pretty passive here, but now Cromsey being aggressive with the shotty close. That could spell doom for Mop. And they decide to back up just a little bit. And no, Adias is on the bad end of that trade. And now, again, the Sheriff's in hand. Cromsey picks up another one on Bender. And now Southeastern playing at a huge disadvantage here. Shooting out that intel. Mr. Go gets the pick up on Cromsey, and now they do have Heaven. But Mr. Go dangerously low. Nightshade looking for the smokes. Does smoke off Heaven, but that allows the rest of his team to push up. And on a very, very close angle, we'll get the flash and pick up that kill. And Southeastern swept away in round number 5. And man, it is not looking good early on. 3 ults for OCCC and 2 to the name of Southeastern. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you just now are joining, again, want to say the stakes of this match. We are playing for a shot in the national bracket. This is a finals for our division against OCCC. And now, final few seconds before we enter this round, Southeastern might choose to use some ults here, especially Mr. Goat. That rocket can be a huge play, and we've seen some very, very great highlights in the past of him using that. And now taking no time to think, Southeastern instantly going to push for B, and OCCC going to make the call to rotate his team back through it. And here's a breach charge. Mr. Go going to use the ult, trying to get 2 in the back. He could. Rocket fuse, no! Emna gonna shut him down. And man, a waste of an ult from SE there. Just couldn't find anybody as quick as he wanted to, but they are in a position to get the spike down. That Sky getting intel, flashing away. Bender gonna pick up 2 on that flank there. And now close. Adias playing in the Viper. Playing close to bomb. Cromsey just on the other side. Here's his footsteps. And there's a shot, and no. Adias gonna fall. A little bit of a stalemate here as the rest of the team tries to find their way around. Euro clone going. This almost gets picked off. Bender on the close swing to the Viper, and no. A 2-on-3 spraying. Gets the 1. Gets him off the spike, though. But no, Southeastern will be swept away in a 3-piece from Cromsey there. And yet another round will go to OCCC. And again, taking a look after a few more rounds, and Coach Cal, your Southeastern coach, we're going to take a timeout for the boys, and we will take a timeout as well.
Here, on my way. Here. 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 Here.
I'll handle
Orb emitting.
And back into the action, just out of the timeout for Southeastern. Again, OCCC being a little bit of a driving force. And feeling the pressure. SE falling for 2 again with the shorty there. And now Mr. Goat being out front, going to start pushing towards A site. They could have great position if they decide to take it early. But now on the flank. Down goes Bender. And now only a 2-on-5. They realize that they are in sight and frag nades are going to come out. And another one down for SE. And all that's left. He's going to get the pick on Nightshade. Getting all the intel he can. But no, again, a 3-on-1. Very, very hard to win. And OCCC going to take yet another defensive round to their name. And now Southeastern going to have a little bit of an eco round here. Going to look shotties and SMGs alike. But again, OCCC sitting very high and mighty with their economy. Operator, Vandals, and SMGs, and full armor. Again, taking a look at your kill leaders. Mop finally evened out 5-5. Bender 5-7. And the rest of your SC team following up behind him. Adias going to look on the flank. And a full frontal assault here from SE. And Mop going to fall early. And now they have to push here. Bender looking through his own smokes. Shorty shotgun. Gets the pick. And now Nightshade has to play close and gets another one on Nightshade. Great job by Bender there, sending out more smokes. And no, gets swung. And the only one left is the Diaz, the Sheriff in hand. Well placed shot. A 1-on-3 yet again. Very, very hard to win. Cromsey gonna take the flank. Imna gonna take Heaven, and on a very close angle, he sees him. And now setting up a crossfire. Gonna get flashed just for a second. And now Diaz realizes the flank. Gonna have to play slow. Take as much utility as he can with him. Now Yoru sending the fake out. The cam swing and no. Adias gonna take the fall as the last player for Southeastern. And now that loss economy will finally catch up, and that allows Southeastern to finally buy back what they have been missing for these past few rounds. Decent weapons and full utility and armor. And again, I think that Southeastern the last few times has done a full frontal assault. They pretty much had to, especially since they didn't have the weapon advantage. They have to stay close and they have to win the fights in numbers. But again, OCCC accommodating for that and winning the few gunfights with just 2 picks apiece. And now Mr. Goat is going to go down. Especially now, OCCC has found a lot more of first bloods and opening kills than Southeastern has. And that is definitely something tough to play from behind. And now Bender going to find one on Sky. Through the Viper smokes, they're going to have to roll into B site through spawn. And now Cypher playing close to the bomb. Still holding on to 2 ults. And he made me eat my words. State of Decay. And now Emna getting caught in the crate at 2-1-2. Nightshade looking for the defuse. Fakes him out though. Leaving Southeastern with a little bit uncomfortable. Cromsey gonna hold the angle. Nightshade through his own smoke. Gonna have to spray a little bit wider. Can't quite do it. Cromsey with the swing. Can he do it? Take it away from him. There he has it. And Nightshade gonna sit with the op. But yet again, OCCC just seems to be outdoing Southeastern in the retake on the post plant. I like the way the OCCC is making their calls, though. It is definitely difficult for Southeastern playing from behind. Like we said, that first pick and that first blood, they are very good at getting those. So it is super hard for SE to try to accommodate, and somebody has to get 2 kills to come back from that. And so Southeastern gonna have to figure something out, and I think they're gonna go for another head on assault here. They might fake him out and go B and call for the rotate. I'm not quite sure just yet. But with what they have, they might make the call. Let OCCC get a little bit antsy and take these gunfights a little bit slower. Jump peeking, Cromsy. Mr. Goat gonna go up. Triggering that Viper smoke, though. And in the backside of A site, Isaac looking to get intel. Doesn't choose to use it, though. Breach charges. And now, I think they are going to make the call. Bender might be the one. Might be the fake here. They OCCC, Isaac and Bender might try to convince them that they're still going for A site. They do have the man advantage on B, a 3-on-2. And now Bender decides to rotate as well. Playing Evan, playing slow. 30 seconds left. And Isaac using that ability. And now here we go. Here's the push towards that site. They get the entry pick. And here we go. Emna going out. Now looking for the spike plant. And now OCCC is running in from a heaven right behind Southeastern. Mop facing 2 around the other side of the smoke. The fake out, the clone. Now OCCC does have heaven. And they see swing with Mop, gets a headshot on Nightshade. And the only one left for OCCC is Enna. Spraying through a 1-on-5. Does not look quite winnable, especially from his position. And there you have it. Flawless from SC. Finally finding their rhythm back and getting 3 points on attack. 3 rounds. And not much of a setback for OCCC. Again, they were sitting on much of their economy at that point. And so they could even buy out after this, hopefully. But Southeastern finally seeing a shimmer of light in this game number 1. Now, mind you, it is a best of 5. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are stuck with me for tonight for a very long time. So get used to my voice. And now Mop and Mr. Goat sending out that bomb drone. Waiting for it. And playing that 90 corner. Through teleport. That fake out going through the clone. And the smokes from Brimstone. Now Bender could be facing 2. He could get a very, very sneaky kill here. Checking his corners. And Showers waiting. Playing a very close angle. Is the enemy Brimstone? And there it is. Nightshade. 1 corner he didn't check, unfortunately. Fell to his demise. That's not ready. And now a 2-on-5. Everyone fell very, very quickly. And they're going to have to make the most of what they can. 1 initiator. And an intel op. And here we go. Flash is going out. But a molly coming in from OCCC. Nightshade being aggressive, holding Southeastern back. This with a very passive angle on the 90 corner to teleport. And down goes Mop. And a flawless there from OCCC. And OCCC fading the light of Southeastern just a little bit last round before the half. And man, I think Southeastern is going to have to play this reset. They're going to look to get this final round before the half, hopefully to get within 4 rounds of play, which is not impossible to come back from. But with a solid team like OCCC, it's going to be a very tough challenge.
They are mine.
We haven't seen Southeastern change it up too much just yet. They've been mostly pushing towards A site through mid.
Bring them down.
And again, flashes and intel coming in from both sides. Fade, using everything they can, trying to get those 2 off the point, and they do. They're going to rotate through back B site, and they might make the call. Bender out in front through heaven. Could be the one to call. Viper smokes, not letting him see much just yet. They will go away. Nightshade could get this pick on him. Jump peeking. And he's going to try to rotate back with his team as well. I believe they're going to try to make the call towards B, and they will. Adias standing with 2 on his own through the backside of A, and here's the entry frag, Mr. Goat. 2 breach charges in the back pocket. Emna On the backside of box, almost gets a headshot, swings Mr. Goat, and he will fall. Great shots by OCCC. And now a Rolling Thunder there from Breach. And 2 ultimates from SC. Let's see if they decide to use them here. Flashes going through, and another Viper smoke.
30 seconds left.
Bender looking. Getting just out of the radius. Does get tagged very, very slightly, though. Backs up just enough to get tagged by it. And that enemy, Brimstone, is very hard to deal with. And now holding his own on B site. And the rest of Southeastern is going to make the call. They're going to have to rotate very, very fast. Isaac going to get the pick on Cromsey. And the spike will go down. A 2-on-4. Stay alive, Mop. Can he get one? Yes, he can.
Last player standing.
But on a 1-on-3, can he pick the corner? OCCC will take the round going into the half.
Don't even start that shit here, mate.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we will switch sides. Southeastern will be the defending team, and OCCC going to be on the attack with the spike. And now economy completely resets, and we'll walk into this second half of play. I'm not quite sure what Southeastern's game plan is just yet. They've tried a bunch of different tactics, mostly towards the A bomb site, but they did try to split it up and go towards B. It seems like they've pulled something from every sort of their playbook, really. They've tried to play slow and wait out OCCC, but they were very, very disciplined on their angles, and they held them very well. Again, getting that entry pick is something huge, as Southeastern has almost had to play from behind, basically, for every single round. And I will hope to see that changing just a little bit, as now Southeastern looking for these rounds on defense. Not being as aggressive as OCCC was on that initial round. As you can see, they were holding showers almost instantly, but no, Southeastern decided to back up and take more long-range gunfights. And now Mop with this breach could look for concussions, but no, decides to hold it, waiting for the call on his teammates. And now Cromsey and Bender on a standoff to the backside of, I believe, backside of B site. Excuse me, backside of A. And now Cromsey telling with the rest of his team. Southeastern not being as aggressive. And now Isaac gets the initial pick and damages the enemy raise very, very heavily. And now the swing, Mr. Goat has no clue that they're swinging. Cromsey gets Bender stuck in the molly. And now Mop a 1-on-4 with Adias by his side.
Spike planted.
Brimstone smoke. They're going to have to play through. They might decide to rotate through heaven, but they do not. They're going to try entry through bomb site. A close angle. Vis doesn't. Mop gets one. This could happen, ladies and gentlemen. OCCC playing their angles very, very smart here. And now they're going to trade off with more help. Adias sees Emna, and now the swing from the other OCCC player. Again, as stalemate, this is exactly what OCCC wants, but Southeastern going to have to be aggressive. Setting up that crossfire, gets a headshot, but the trade out and manpower, and Cromsey going to get a 3-piece on the initial pistol round. And again, like we said in the beginning, when Southeastern won that initial pistol round, they instantly bought out eco weapons. As you can see, shotguns, SMGs, a bulldog, all the works. Again, going to try to get these next few rounds early before that loss economy sets in, and Southeastern gives a reset. And again, shout out to the boys in blue in the booth. As you can see on the left-hand side of your screen, that webcam inside the gaming room shows a lot of what our guys are going through. And again, Mr. Goat gonna get a trade there. and going to reset in a 4-on-4. Now, this could be what Southeastern needs. That fifth man could be the difference between winning a round or not. But on the defensive side, OCCC's going to make the call and rotate into B. And now this on Heaven, along with one of his teammates, that's going to be Nightshade. And now Diaz playing in the corners, playing sneaky. Mop going to rotate on the flank. Watching and waiting. Going to get back with the Diaz, but now Nightshade with the plant. Bender going to get a little speed boost. And now looking to go through teleport. They're going to hear this. And they do. And Cromsey sitting on a high angle there. And the swing. And down goes Bender. And now another one. A 1-on-4. And Mop. And not the greatest position. And a choke point. Nightshade again. Sending out his own combat stem. And there you have it. Mop just overwhelmed by the sheer power of OCCC's attack. And again, as you see, that full loss economy, they aren't able to buy out fully just yet, but that'll do enough to get them some better weapons and utility. And again, checking on the stats, Cromsey going to be your kill leader overall, 17-9, followed by Emna with 15-8, and Bender 11-13, and Mop 9-11. Pre-site setup Adidas with trip wires and his cam. Gonna make sure that goes down almost every single time. And now, I think OCCC has a little bit better of a composition here because they're not playing as many intel ops, which I think is very interesting. They're looking to take gunfights more, especially with their brimstone. And just like they said, and there's a molly out from Bender trying to deny the plant, but Cromsey, he doesn't quite connect. And now taking the post plant, gonna like that opportunity a little bit better. Idea's gonna rotate through Heaven. Down goes Mr. Goat. And now spraying through the smokes. This holding a very tight angle, gonna swing. Down goes one. Can he get another one? He's right there for the cleanup. Kami right there. And now smokes. They have one on their back. Adias sees it. Down goes Cromsey. And through the smoke, Mop walks right beside him. And through the swing, and there you have it. And they might just have enough time. Barely. And yes, they will have it. Southeastern going to take, I believe, their first defensive round of this series. Exactly what Southeastern needed to get back into this, especially after that lost economy, had to reset. They almost had to win that round, especially if they wanted a chance to get back in this game. And so now taking a look at the pre-round setup. Again, Cypher going to do his thing, but they're trading off just a little bit, which I think is interesting. They're not sending the same ops through the same lanes, which is good to keep OCCC on their toes. Southeastern knows that they are very, very difficult to deal with. And now this out in front early with the Rays. Holding an angle with that shoddy. Not going to do anything very concerning right now. Going to let his team catch up just a little bit. And now Mr. Goat might be facing this. Sees it with the Guardian head glitch. No, and the crouch right under the bullets. Almost had him in the swing by Isaac. Gonna take no with this, with the shoddy. Gonna strange, and no, he gets another one. Bender. The spike has fallen. Now OCCC trying to regain some composure. Vis still holding those tight corners with that shotgun. And now the duo for the ages, Mop and Adias, gonna try to take this yet again. Mop in Heaven, they're gonna try the vertical angle. They know that OCCC doesn't have as good of weapons necessarily. And they're gonna try to play to that advantage. Adias sending out smokes. And no, Adias gonna fall. Mop's gonna pick up one and gets the damage on this. Excuse me. Kami, and now again, just trying to save his weapons. Vis chasing, and that will do it. OCCC only a few rounds away from victory.
Match point.
Match point. And Southeastern is going to take a timeout before this final round, and we will as well. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Again, if you're just joining us now, out of the break, Southeastern had to take a timeout. This is match point for OCCC, and we'll begin to see if Southeastern can hopefully make a miracle comeback here. And now with a huge round in deficit, Southeastern going to get very aggressive on this defensive side. Only taking 3 to their name on the attack and 1 on defense. OCCC has seemed to be a very tough matchup for them now. And now peeking through B long. Doesn't see anybody there just yet. But they're going to take teleport. And they're going to go away.
Spike planted.
And now all on the A site. Showers is going to be a minefield. Mr. Goat does get the pick on Imna. And now it is a 4-on-4. And the ult from the enemy raise, and down goes Vis. Not able to use that at all. And now, again, 1 through Showers. Cromsey is going to face Isaac, and down he goes. Flashed Bender. They're going to have to get on this plant. Doesn't have much time left. Brimstone does get the flash, or excuse me, the smoke down, but that will not be enough. And OCCC gonna clean up through the post plant time. And now Southeastern is gonna go down 1 game to OCCC in a best of 5. And so now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll stay tuned with your stats on the screen, and we'll see you in round number 2. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to game number 2. If you're just now joining us, OCCC was able to take the 13-4 victory over Southeastern earlier in game number 1. But now game number 2 is going to be on Sunset, and we're going to see a pretty standard comp, except for the Gecko from OCCC. A very interesting take, and I'm curious to see how that's going to end up towards their favor. But now SC doing their tradition, a team high five before rolling back into game number 2. And now going to be on the defensive side on Sunset on for the pistol rounds. And now again, your typical comp, you're going to see quite a bit of smokes here, especially the Cypher for the Intel Op and Ray's Initiator along with the Breach. But the Gecko is really throwing me off here just a little bit. That Wingman and the Flashes are a little bit strange on this map, considering we haven't really seen that much at all, but is shot out early and going to be holding mid. Bender is going to face 4 here along with his teammate, Mr. Goat, and he swings. He can't pick up anyone, and down goes Mr. Goat as well. Isaac is able to hold mid here just for a second. Gets shot through the box, and now again facing a 1-on-3. Does have his suppress. And now just from every side, cleaning up, he takes 2. And now Mop the only one left. This and Nightshade rotating far back side of B site. Going to plant on the other side of Pillar.
Gun here.
And now Mop is going to play the post plant. Gonna go through switch. And now waiting. That Omen is smoking off the main entry. Does not decide to go backside of Pillar. But now playing in the alley there. There's concussions, and now here's the swing. This looking, but stays on the backside again. Omen doesn't pick anything up with that. The frag nades pushing him off his mark just slightly. Enough for OCCC to buy time, and here's a swing. He sees no one, and Viz gonna have a 3-piece, but Southeastern yet again on the defensive side, trying their hardest to gain a leg up on OCCC. And now the buyouts here, the Outlaw from Mr. Goat, the only one out of the ordinary there. He might try to play mid, especially since OCCC sent 4 basically through mid there, gaining that control early on. Isaac was doing all he could with KO to try to hold off OCCC. He was able to take down 2, and we'll see that yet again. And now Southeastern's gonna have to play around this.
They found my wire.
Basically this full frontal assault from OCCC. And now Mop rotating back around through his own spawn. And now looking and waiting. OCCC stalled out just a little bit. But Southeastern is sitting perfectly on positioning here. Isaac is going to face 2 on B bomb site. Adias on cams, and now Bender is going to get back with his team. Mr. Goat holding the long angles through A. And OCCC trying to decide their minds up, and they are going to push for B. Bender, the lone man here with Adias on this flank side. Cromsey dangerously low. Basically a 4-on-5, but never count that man out. And neither can you. Southeastern is suppressed here at the moment. That KO did a very, very good job. But now Viz throwing through smokes. Isaac could have him. Yes, he does. And that is yet another K for Southeastern. Isaac going to pick up his Bulldog. A great upgrade. And now Mr. Go with the Outlaw. Doing good work over there. Now Spike is down, and OCCC is going to rotate back, set up a 3-way crossfire. And now swinging, Emna gonna go down. Mop catches him off guard with Breach. And there's the swing by the KO, and that's exactly what Southeastern needed to get back into this game. Great way to play post-plant and take their way back into this match.
but I'll try.
Use the utility right at the right time. That three-way crossfire from OCCC is very hard to get by, especially when that spike is in no man's land right there in the middle of stairs. Southeastern played that perfectly. They had to swing it, and they did with grace. And now Southeastern has tied it up 1-1
Is there? Yes.
on the defensive side. Adias trying to get that tripwire set yet again. Doesn't quite go where he wants it to.
This is
And now he's going to set up sight from B. Southeastern sending 3 through mid, and Bender going to be your entry fragger there for 2. And now the rest of OCCC falling apart just a little bit. 3-on-2. Adias going to get the K on Vis. Last kill there, and now Bender through his own smokes. Watching. Gecko going to peek in the headshot with the Sheriff. What a shot from him. But Southeastern is in good position here. They might be a little bit spread out, but it's going to have to make OCCC get a call. If they swing 2 on an angle, they could put Mop in a bad position, and the flashes doesn't quite get it. Staying close, jump peeking. Adias has to get intel, wingman, and there's a swing by 2. Can't pick anybody up, and now Mop running for his life to get back over to B bomb site. Gonna go through his spawn, and that Cypher gonna set up some smokes, and now Mop playing post plant yet again. Gonna send some flashes out. Looking through mid, doesn't do it, and OCCC reverts yet again to this crossfire setup. If they hear the bomb being defused, they're gonna swing. If they hear Mop getting closer, also gonna swing. But he's gonna have to play this smart. The swing on 1, headshot for 1. Can he clutch up 2? Right behind you. No, Mop is gonna go down to Enna.
If they try something, I'll see it.
Taking a look at our stats after 3 rounds of play, Isaac going 4-2, Adias 3-2, Mop evened out, and Bender and Mr. Goat there at the tail end. But pretty even buyouts from each side. Again, OCCC sitting pretty well on eco after that last round, but Southeastern not far behind, so a win or a loss could
My spot.
potentially be the next 2 rounds for either of these teams. Bender looking for the mid. Does smoke off entry to A, but a 4-man rush towards A bomb site. Only 3 there. Bender looking long. And Isaac and Mop forced to catch up. They are playing through their spawn. Looking, gets the flash. Isaac. But the Omen smokes off the entry. Now looking for the suppress. Getting the flash. Stalls out 3 OCCC players there. And now the enemy Omen. Excuse me, our Omen. Gonna smoke that out. But the enemy Omen retaliates with the smoke of his own. And now OCCC onto the bomb site with the rocket. And gonna get the K on Mop. He had no chance in that corner. And now Plant is down from the wingman. Suppress. Gonna smoke that. The flash again. Down goes Isaac, and the swing on Bender. And again, Southeastern is playing a 2-on-5. And they're looking for the flank. But no, they're just going to try to catch him off guard. And play very, very passively here. We could see Mr. Goat get the Omen. But no, he decides to go the other way. And the bomb will trigger. Oh, and Mr. Goat gonna fall to Nightshade on a very last second engagement.
There.
But again, look at the economy from each side. Just a few wins under the belt of OCCC, and they're sitting high and mighty with that amount of economy. Full buys and preference of gun for each of them. And Southeastern, again, a little bit scattered. Classics finally bringing out the shoddy there. A Sheriff and a Vandal. They're going to have to play in numbers here. And if they want to have a chance, they're going to have to catch OCCC off guard and take gunfights that are very uncomfortable to the enemy players. Especially now. You don't want very many one-on-ones, but Bender looks to take his own here. Emna with the headshot. And now that's one behind for SE. Cypher revealing the locations. They know where they are, and they're going to make that call towards a bomb site. And now Southeastern looking for a scramble to get back over. Nightshade going to pick up that orb. And now here's the swing. Mr. Goat with Buck. Frag nades. Can it land? Doesn't do much damage at all. And now Kamai with the plant. Bomb drone from Vis on top of Box. Just a very, very solid setup from OCCC. And Southeastern playing from only 2 angles. And 2 fall. And a 4th piece from Emna. And the swing and the headshot. And he denies the ace. And Adias gets to himself. 1-on-3. Crumsy looking for the flank on Adias. Swing here now. And timing yet again. Adias looked away for just a second. And down he falls. And Southeastern going to take a timeout. And we're going to take a timeout of our own yet again. So ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for game number 2 of the NECC Finals. Alrighty, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back yet again for game number 2 of this finals match. And now Southeastern has 3 ultimates to the name compared to the 1 enemy Omen. And I believe OCCC again going to be very aggressive towards B bomb site. Southeastern going to make the call to rotate. And now if they can get the plant down like they've been doing, they could set up that crossfire yet again with 5 players, but no, it is denied. And Ray's gonna get position on the backside through spawn, and now the plant still has not gone down. Bender with the K on Emna, and now swinging his Vis. Gonna take 1, but gets the trade. And now a 4-on-2, great position for SE. Kamai in no man's land. Playing close from Mop, and now here's the retake from Mop, swinging Kamai, down 1, and now a 4-1. But Spike is down, but not much he can do against 4 people from SC, and there you have it. Southeastern going to take that round to their name. I think OCCC stalled out themselves a little bit too long. They got off the plant a few times, which, I mean, that was exactly what Southeastern wanted them to do. Not have that plant down, not have that spike, and get themselves a little bit too much out of rotation. They got 2 or 3 picks around the pillar area where their team was overextended a little too much. But they still were able to hold on to all 3 of their ults, which could potentially get them back in the winnings of this game. And now Isaac gonna flash out for Bender, and he is gonna be aggressive here in mid. Gonna look for it. Mr. Goat facing Emna. Down goes with the trade and the shots through the smoke. What a play by Bender there. And now to 1-man disadvantage is OCCC. Bender rotating back, getting with his team. And now Mop on the flank. Very, very aggressive. This looking away from that angle. Southeastern spread out fairly. Has every lane basically covered. And is waiting for a call from the rest of their team. The only viable option here, I think, for OCCC is to swing some angles out of their spawn. As you can see, Kamai. And now a 2-on-1 for Mop. Maybe a 3-on-1 even. He's going to have to make this call. The rest of his team is over on B bomb site. And he's going to call it out. And they're going to start to rotate. Mop holding him off just as long as he could. And now 30 seconds left. Not much can happen here for OCCC.
30 seconds left.
They're going to play very, very passive here. They don't have to do anything crazy. They just have to stall out for the next 20 seconds. Especially because OCCC does not have much intel on bomb site at the moment. They're going to flash. They're going to send the breaches out. Again, stalling them even longer. And Cromsy going to get the pick on Isaac on the backside of box. No, and down goes Bender in the retake. A 3-on-2. Mop in terrible position. The swing taking damage. This. Wow. And Southeastern going to be able to hold off on that round just long enough to get one to their name. And every single player on SC side has their ultimate ability. Now, their aim might not be the best tonight, but Southeastern they're just going to have to play the game to the best of their ability. Like they said, they stalled them out long enough to not hopefully get into a post-plant situation. But, again, they played their cards right there and was able to pick up that round for themselves. You know, that was a very tactical play, not relying much on gun skill, but it got the job done in the end. And now OCCC sending a full squad towards the middle. And now Vis sending out a bomb drone, going to try to get a DS away. He is suppressed, but no longer. And he does have his intel ultimate as well. Does have a tripwire and a smoke, I believe, in his back pocket. KO now caught up with the DS. Isaac checking both angles, playing from a one-man disadvantage yet again. Bender using his ult.
I know exactly where.
2 ults out of the pocket, and now the enemy Cypher going to reveal everything, and Isaac gonna fall there. Now Mop's gonna have to catch up with the rest of his teammates, but OCCC gonna try to make their move towards B, and they will. Again, Nightshade being very, very aggressive on this angle here. Mop doesn't know that this is there on the swing. Gonna pick up one, the breach charge away, and another swing by Nightshade, and the cleanup and the flawless from OCCC. 3-piece from Nightshade there. And Southeastern played out of their hands just a little bit. They did end up using 2 ultimates, but it didn't matter in the end. But again, still a Rolling Thunder, a location reveal from Cypher, and the rocket from Raze could mean a huge difference here in this round.
Let's do what we do.
And in these final few seconds, round number 9 is going to get on her way. Kamai with the flashes. And the rest of his team, again, going to take control of mid. And now switch. Going down from door. And they're going to try to force OCCC out of that rotate. But it's a free take towards a site. Bender, the only one close. Now he's finally caught up with Isaac. Looking long, Cromsy.
Shadows traveling.
Playing close there. Now he's going to decide to move. Bender still doesn't know he's there. Facing 3 other attackers.
Spike planted.
Had no real chance in that gunfight. But again, let's see how Southeastern can play the post plant. Suppress. Doesn't quite get anybody in the swing. Adias now firing through the smokes. And now Isaac here getting aggressive. Gonna swing 2. Cromsy gonna take the fall. And now not in a bad position. That Viper, or excuse me, that Gecko. 3 for Mr. Goat. And now 2-on-1. And it's a 1-on-1, ladies and gentlemen. Mop in a post-plant situation. Nightshade very close. I don't think he has time. Looking for the shots. Gets flash and Nightshade again with another 3-piece. And he's going to fall to the bomb. A 3-6 lead for OCCC. And now they're going to catch up on some ultimates of their own. And again, ladies and gentlemen, watching from home, if you do not follow us on any of our social medias, go check us out at SE Sports HQ for all your Southeastern gaming esports needs. And we'll try to keep you up to date on everything that is going on, especially in the later part of this semester. Mop sends a breach out towards 4 OCCC players, but is eventually suppressed. Now, him having to back up a little bit, Southeastern holding out 2 of the main entries towards a site. They do have position on long here, but I think they're going to have to rotate towards the middle of the site. Cromsey and Emna. Or OCCC kind of playing passive here. And there's a swing. Vis getting a breach charge out of the way. Down goes Vis. A good pick for SE. And now they've evened it out. Mop is dangerously low. 1 bullet. So we can see how he plays this out. But Mr. Goat, full utility in pockets. Anything he wants to do here. Bomb drone. Here's Emna. Here's a swing. Can he get it? No. But some damage dealt. Here's the rocket. Chasing. Still has a breach. He's got to get somebody. He's got to swing and the shot. And he gets the trade. But Mr. Goat does fall. And still a 1-man advantage, 3-on-2. 20 seconds left. OCCC going to make the call towards a bomb site. And they're going to play post plant. Concussed. Gecko going out. They shoot out the Gecko. And now nothing left for OCCC. They are suppressed. Nothing to do. Losing the gunfight, a 1-on-2. And the defenders have won that round yet again. Just in the nick of time, OCCC does not get the plan off. And you're going to see this. We saw this earlier. Southeastern stalled them to the very last second to win that round. And that might be what it takes to win in this finals match. Taking a look at the leaderboard yet again, OCCC sitting pretty fine on eco, and a little bit of an eco buy from Southeastern with a shoddy and an SMG. We've seen Kami pretty well play this middle route almost every single time, using that flash towards the top of mid. Now going out in front, getting intel, looking around, but caught up from mid. Mr. Goat deals great amount of damage. And now Southeastern leading forward, but again, a 4-on-3. But Mr. Goat in very low health. Mop is going to fall as well. Pretty even on stats here. Isaac completely out of utility. Used everything up, but gets the trade on Edna. And now Cromsey setting up this crossfire that they love to do. Mr. Goat going to be the dummy there. And now shotting. 3 for Cromsey. But Benner going to fake the plant. Or excuse me, the defuse. Going to have to get it. The swing. He has time. Plenty of time. Cromsey playing passive. The swing and the headshot. There you have it. But ultimately doesn't have enough time to defuse the spike. And OCCC doing a little bit of the same strategy, stalling to the very last second after the post plant. And here you have it. The last round before the swap. And everything will reset. 3 ultimates in the pockets of OCCC and 1 Cypher ultimate towards Southeastern. Again, doing everything they can. A little bit of a forced buy out from SE. And a full buy from OCCC. And they're going to use their weapons to their advantage, sending 5 towards B bomb site. Out in front, the Gecko. Looking for flashes. That breach charge is going to get the Rays out in front. And that wingman for the plant, Adias, the only man close.
There's my buddy.
They're going to look to retake the site. And now backing up, Gecko, Cromsey playing very close. Also with 2 others. OCCC's frag nades, dealing 1. Vis goes down. And now the shot's coming in. What a play there. But ultimately, he will fall. A 4-on-2 scenario. And now here's another swing. Diaz going to even it out. But no, a 1-on-2. And Gecko falling back. Ever close to spawn. He's going to have to swing here. Spectre in hand. Flash him. Gets the K. No! Spraying them down. Gecko gonna finish out Mop.
Switching sides.
And finally a swap in the half. And Southeastern gonna go to the attacking side. We're seeing a lot of aggression from each teams here, especially on the post-plant scenario. Southeastern seems to back up a little bit more than I really anticipated them doing. But they have played it very smart sometimes. They retake site a lot. They do it pretty well. But other times, OCCC just seems to have their number and ultimately gets the gunfights that they need to have Southeastern at a position or at an uneven gunfight with a crossfire. So now sending 4 towards B. And it met with even force from OCCC. Now through the Omen smoke. Mop gonna use his charges. Mr. Go getting out in front, looking for the pick on Cromsey. Nightshade gonna get Isaac, and another one falling. What an angle that was. But no, a lot of trades. 2-on-3 now. Spike out of the hands of Southeastern in a bad position. They're gonna have to go over another point of entry, and Emno with the swing on Mr. Goat. Now Adias, the lone man. They don't know where he is just yet. And this could play into his favor. He could get an early pick. But OCCC is set up yet again in the spawn of Southeastern Vis. Here's the swing, and no. He's going to get Adias. And right out of the gate, the pistol round is going to go towards Oklahoma City Community College. It's a lot easier to say OCCC. I probably said that a million times tonight. But there you have it. 9-4 in favor of Oklahoma Community College. Again, look at those buyouts. Ecos, Spectre, Bulldogs, all the sorts. Guardian, and now Mr. Goat gonna take a shorty. To his name. Now frag nades are gonna rely a lot on utility. Mr. Goat, we've seen a lot of times having 2 breach charges, getting him past the point of pillar, getting him good position. Now they might do a little bit of a fake out. And they decide to go. Now Mr. Goat going to be the man to stay back behind and hopefully convince OCCC that they're still looking to go towards B. And now right through mid, Cromsey is there though. Omen smoke falls away. The enemy Gecko suppressed. Doesn't get in it though. From his own team. Now Bender back in the spawn. Cromsey had no clue he was even there. And Bender with a great pick, making it a 5-on-4. Now Southeastern, great presence in the middle of this map. And they're going to swing, and Adias just gets picked up there by Emna. And now Southeastern in a bit of a pickle yet again. 3 more fall. Bender, last man left. Gonna pick up the stinger and fight his way out of this corner. In his enemy spawn, and Vis gonna get the wall bang there. and a timeout from the Southeastern coach. And again, we'll take a timeout of our own. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.
Warning, Kingdom West security protocol escalated to level 6. Please remain calm and await further instruction.
Suppressing.
And here we are back into the action again. A early 2 picks from Southeastern, resetting it back to a 4-on-3. And now Isaac playing mid, falling is Bender to Nightshade. Omen to Omen. And now OCCC looking for control of mid. And the spike is down. Looking for flashes. Gets himself. Looking for shots. Doesn't quite connect. On that long angle. The Omen gets more damage dealt. Looking for Vis.
Player standing.
Falling. And the only one left, Adias.
Bomb buddy out.
There you go. The bomb drone. Dealing damage. Gets the headshot on one. But outnumbered and outgunned. Timeout. The round will go to OCCC. And again, kind of in the same situation they were last game, a few rounds behind and getting ever so closer to that finishing point. Again, Southeastern's gonna have to come up with something huge here. Hopefully dig themselves out of this hole. In taking the look at the stats, Nightshade 18-8, OCCC, Vis 16-9, Mr. Goat 10-14, and Adias 9-11. And the 2 top fraggers for each team. Mop realizing that OCCC has sent pressure through mid almost every round or so, spraying through that, hopefully to getting some sort of contact, but does not. Isaac on B's site, hopefully sending up the flank there, maybe. Nightshade. This does go down, and Adias will get the pick there on the far side of A. Mr. Goat holding mid along with Mop. Crossfire looking, does get flashed, but nobody will swing, and Emna's going to get Isaac on the B bomb site. And now Southeastern's going to have to make a call here, and they do. Adias has full control of A, and they're going to send, but Bender is way behind. And here they go. Here's the ult. Going to send out all the positions. Nightshade jump peeking. Adias playing through the smoke, and the bomb hopefully will go down here very soon. And here comes Bender. Nightshade
30 seconds left.
looking. Adias, he knows he's there. And now Bender playing long from A side. And here's the swing. Cromsey gets a little bit damage of him. Gets a 1,
Remaining.
but does nice damage. And now Nightshade just on the other side facing a 2 guns, and now Mop. There's the flash, and here's the swing and the K, and that's exactly what SE needed. Adias finishing off with 3 kills for himself. And that'll give Southeastern a little bit more momentum to hopefully bring this game back from the depths. Now, Economy sitting fairly well. Not quite full buyouts. Doesn't get the max armor that they wanted. But ultimately, they were better off than what they were just a few minutes ago. And this will be round 17 on the leaderboards. And man, it has been a slugfest tonight. These long games are very, very hard to stay focused and to keep your aim up as well. Capturing that orb, getting one more point towards his ult. He almost has it fully. And now Isaac and Adias stacked up on B. Again, playing it very slow here, waiting for OCCC to make a move. But if they swing, they could. And there's Bender with the K on Vis. And now that's exactly, and now Bender with another one on Nightshade, taking control of a bomb site all by himself. And there he will fall to the enemy Gecko. Making the call, he knows that Kamai is in a very, very bad situation. Emna gonna swing on them and will die as well. Looking for the suppress, and now a 1-on-3. And the enemy KO is on a flank. Shoots out the Cypher, the tripwires, but does have a smoke there. And I think he's just gonna play it very, very safe. And Cromsy gonna stay back in the enemy spawn, and they're just gonna wait for this bomb to tick down and hopefully not give up any guns here. Again, just playing the long game here. You really don't have to do much,
On my way.
but they're gonna make the call and run away. And they will make it back to the spawn.
Be quiet.
And dwindling the lead one by one, SE now 6-11. OCCC has seemed to lost a little bit of steam and now forced to go on an eco with shotties and sheriffs.
There.
2 ultimates in the name of Southeastern, a Breach ultimate and a Omen. I haven't been around to see of much what Bender does with that Omen ult. I don't know if he likes to fake or just basically get intel with it a lot, but we'll see how that is. And OCCC, knowing they're at a disadvantage and being very, 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 very aggressive, and Cromsy gonna get 2 on SE early. And now they're gonna have to push in numbers. OCCC sending 3 towards the spawn of Southeastern, and now they're just gonna play back. They don't have to do anything just yet. But the Omen smoke could be the factor here. Isaac playing very, very, very wide angle. Adias getting the one on the enemy Cypher, but they know that they're there now. Flash goes out from Isaac. The swing gets 2, but no Nightshade. Takes another 2 as well. Now Adias, the lone man. Vis, they know that he's there. Southeastern has to play aggressive. Swinging, doesn't get it. Through the smoke, playing close. And swinging through in a 1-on-2. Adias gonna have 3, but ultimately OCCC gonna come out on top with that very surprising and aggressive push through mid. Back Southeastern all the way up into their own spawn. Did not give them a moment to breathe. And that caught Southeastern off guard. Ultimately, with 2 picks off in the very beginning. And now this could possibly be game number 2 towards OCCC, but yet again, Southeastern still fighting for this chance in Nationals. Swinging, OCCC yet again being super aggressive, not playing around whatsoever. Gecko gonna get 1 to his name. And now 5-on-2.
1 enemy remaining.
Gonna have to have a miracle play. Adias, a 1-on-5. An ace is necessary. They find him out and know the knife from Emna. And man, Very, very disheartening for Southeastern, but OCCC is going to go up 2-0 here. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll look here to map number 3 of this best of 5. And now Nightshade going to have 21-11, Vis 19-11, Emna 15-11, Adias 15-13, Mr. Goat 12-16, and the rest down through the leaderboard. So again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in, and we will be right back with game number 3, and it's going to have to be a perfect run for Southeastern to come out on top for this game. So thank you for tuning in, and we will be right back into the action. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Southeastern vs. OCCC in game number 3. Now, again, if you're just joining us and you're catching up this late, I'll catch you up to speed. OCCC has won the last 2 maps against Southeastern in this best of 5, and a pretty nice number, 13-4, and I believe 13-5 or 6 as well. But new map equals a new game and hopefully a new team for Southeastern's side. And the picks coming in here for SE, Mr. Goat going to see a Jet, which is a very nice pick, especially since this map is just a little bit more open. Those dashes can be useful getting in some space, and now Bender going to find the opening pick for this map on Cromsey. Mr. Goat swinging, gets the headshot and the trade by the enemy Jet. And now Adias staying with the Cypher. Emna gets Bender and Emna on a 3K, and finally he will fall. A 2-on-2, and the spike is going down.
Enemy remaining.
Isaac with a crucial kill on this. And now Viper swinging with Nightshade, and there's the 2. Can they get him? Yes, he can, and SC gonna come out on top. Yeah, with round number 1. Great job by your boys in blue there. They needed that round very much to get their momentum and hopefully find their rhythm on this Breeze map. Now this map's a little bit different in the sense of that it is a lot more wide open than the previous 2 maps. A lot more lines of sight. You probably will see more long-range gunfights that could possibly play into the hands of Southeastern if they play their cards right. And now yet again, pre-site setup, looking to send all 5 towards B. And I like this push. Mr. Goat on the backside pillar with that Viper between the 2. And now Nightshade just on the other side of that wall. Mop does have a plan, and Mr. Goat has great position, and Bender going to get the K on Nightshade with the help from his teammates. 4-on-3. Spike is down, and come on, could see some action. Emna going to fall.
1 enemy remaining.
And now they know where he is. A 1-on-4 for the Astra. A very good pick, especially with these long-range map smokes. Anywhere you can place them down is good for helping your team completely on the other side of the map. Now looking for this final cake. Come on. Could see another one. And no, but Mop is going to get the cleanup and might pick up the weapons as well. 0-2 the start early for SE. Bender 3-1, Isaac 3-1 as well, and Emna with a 3-2. Getting decently close on their ultimates, not too much yet. Emna the closest one for their team, and Isaac on Sova. Sova definitely a more intel oriented op. Sova's a little bit, you have to know what you're doing on this map, especially with all the sight setups and lines of sight that you have to play in order to get the best intel that you can with that character. And down goes Nightshade, a great early pick for SC, allowing them yet again to take the B bomb site, planning in default spot. And now Mr. Goat going to set up early. Bender sitting with a Viper and a Guardian. On the flank is going to be a Diaz. He's going to play Ruby long there. Revealed his position and now swinging. Emna going to get the K. Taking out 1 on mid. Emna with the swing and the headshot. Mr. Goat's going to get traded out there. And here's the swing. Come on. Adias finally off the flank. And Adias dealing some damage. Isaac will fall. 2-on-2. They're going to stand their ground. And there's the headshot on Cromsey, and Mop just going. Mop and Adias going to fall to that spike.
I call you Chale because it means you're my friend. But maybe I should call you Kwasia because you follow.
And that And that loss economy is going to catch up, and you're going to see, might see, OCCC buyout. But we do have a tech. We have a player disconnected, so there will be a timeout for that. And so, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned as we get this technical difficulty figured out.
This is a nice spot.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. After that tech pause, we had a player on OCCC side disconnect. I believe it was Vis, but we finally got him back into the game. And now Southeastern with a dominant 0-3 lead, walking out of the beginning of this map on Breeze. And now Bender playing mid, slowly checking corners here. That Astra could be the cutoff there for SE. But Bender on a huge flank. They're going to play on the back side of a bomb site, and it is completely free. And OCCC has no clue what is going on, and they're going to make the call and try to rotate back through mid. Kamai there. Now Bender is going to get the plant on the far back side of A. And now here comes OCCC. Again, Breeze is a very large map, so these longer angles are going to play into factor of how Southeastern is going to take their gunfights, especially with Vandals. And now Nightshade going to get the one on Adias. Is now OCCC going to roll right up the middle. And now Mr. Go going to face Nightshade here very soon. Peeking a 3 players. Down goes the Jet. Can he get another one? Yes, he can. A 3 spray. No, he ran out of bullets. And now Mr. Goat. Mop playing the backside. Sova gets the trade. A 1-on-2. Bentner playing post plant. Trying to get the headshot. There you have it. And Bentner with the 3K to himself. And a 4-0 dominant lead there from Southeastern. And now We can hear comms coming in from the gaming room. Very, very funny. And now full buyouts from everyone. Not quite what Imna wants on shield, but an op could be a very useful tool here in this next round. Especially, we haven't seen one just yet. So that could catch Southeastern off with an early K. But we'll see how they play through it. Now, Isaac using that Sova. Droning it out. Sees Cromsy close. But Nightshade also on the crossfire. This the only one playing through mid. And Bender's going to see him very, very soon. With the swing. But nobody connects. Looking towards heaven. Then they're going to smoke off heaven. And now they're going to swing 3 through mid. Going to try to take this left side of B. But they could make the call towards A. Nobody damaged just yet. But that Astra could be Bender's demise. But no. They catch him off guard. Playing close. See the swing. There's the headshot. And now Bender gets the first blood. And the shot from the op catches Mr. Goat way out of the way there. And now the enemy jet playing far backside of A with the op. And there's the headshots by surprise. And now Bender with a 2K.
30 seconds left.
This could be his next target.
Welcome to my world.
But now Bender going to use his ult and completely take on the full backside of site through A. Now D is going to get the trade through this mop on Cromsy. And now a 1-on-2 scenario. The enemy Viper going to make the long walk over towards A site. They're going to plant the bomb away from their original spot just slightly so they could have better angles from Nightshade. A little bit of a cat and mouse game here. They're going to stay close. They're not going to take individual gunfights. They don't need to. Going to have a 1-on-2, but now they see the flank, knows exactly where he's coming from. Maybe not. Nightshade moving ever so closer. Mop or Bender doesn't see him. And there's a swing from Bender. And he's going to get that K. Great job there. A 3-piece and a very, very dominant start. 5-0, and we could see a timeout. And yes, there you have it. OCCC is going to take their first timeout of this series. And it seems that your boys in blue have finally found their rhythm back in this Valorant match. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you right out of the timeout. And now out of the timeout from OCCC, they're going to have to take a breath from this very, very strategic Southeastern team now, as we have finally found the rhythm, going 0-5 against them. And they're just going to walk right into a bomb site, and they're going to get the plant. OCCC now playing from behind in the post-plant scenario. They're going to take mid. They're going to flash out Bender. A little bit on the exposed side, but now he's going to rotate through. Astra gets right in the way, and now Cromsy gets stuck, and now Mr. Goat gets the kill with the daggers. And now Mop. Now Imna takes down Mop. Peeking long. Taking that Sova. Revealing the location. Jet gonna swing him, and hopefully gonna be his last. Mr. Goat now here Looking heaven. No, down goes Mr. Goat. And a 1-on-3. Emna going to take down many of Southeastern's players. But yet another round towards their name. 6-0 start for your boys in blue. Now again, taking a look at the economy, Southeastern sitting very, very well off, while OCCC again not in the position that they would see themselves in. Usually they have plenty to spare, buying fools almost every single time, but now they find themselves on the opposite foot. 2 ults on each side, 1 breach and a cypher, and Emna gonna get the early pick on Bender. And again, Nightshade gonna make that a 5-on-3, and Southeastern playing with some ground to gain. Now Isaac and Mop staying close by the side, and there's Emna yet again with that op. Making an appearance. That jet has been deadly so far. And now Southeastern gonna have to make a rotate. And they're gonna have to make a play. Again, a 2-on-5, a very, very tough situation. Baiting out just a little bit. I'm not sure if OCCC, the Astra, might know they're there, but telling the rest of his team just to stay back. And now Mop taking a gunfight here. Concussions, flashes, everything going from the breach. And now the swing, and nothing they could have done. Emna gonna have a 3-piece on that, and a flawless by OCCC, their first point on the board. And again, Southeastern sitting very, very well on economy, and now SC's gonna take their own timeout for this series, and we will as well. So ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned in this Valorant best of 5.
Yes, this should do. That goes there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and we are in the presence of royalty, as our own esports director is here commentating alongside.
I'm here to help out a little bit.
As we see Southeastern in a 1-6 scenario, Nightshade and Bender almost had a little bit of contact there, but again, not bad from
Mr. Goat's about to come in at Cromsy right here in Halls.
There it is.
Bender picks up 1 there. Yeah, nice. Well, got traded though. Good job by the Astra playing that low mid kind of cubby there.
Here.
Now stuck in the middle just a little bit. They're gonna have to make their decision, and they choose to go towards B, where Adias is still sitting. He likes to play that flank there quite a bit, which is a very crucial middle ground, especially from the 2 bomb sites. And they're just going to rotate right in behind him and take B site, where there is only a Sova waiting.
Sova's playing real deep here, so he's probably not going to try to hold site. He's probably just there to get information, and he's going to back right out and try to get out of there. And there he goes. He got ulted and got pushed right back into spawn there. Shooting his dart, getting the information, pulling the rotate. But he's gonna get out of there.
And that Astra gonna get Adias. And again, that's Sova. There's the ult. There's 1. There's 2.
Mr. Goat really getting aggressive here.
And the swing. He gets 1. Backs up. Has 1 on every side. Cromsy.
Yeah, tough spot with Mr. Goat up there by himself, but did what he could.
Yep. And there's a swing. And then here's the defuse by OCCC. And now taking another round to their name. Again, Emna and that operator has been very, very deadly so far, having a 3-piece early in the round. Southeastern got very, very aggressive and tried to get the K, but ended up not doing so.
Yeah, the op's been pretty crucial for them in this point. Inma just keeps picking them up where he needs to, doesn't get traded, doesn't get picked up, gets a pick, rotates, switches spots. Now he's actually in halls now, which he has not really been looking down halls yet. So he's got that operator, going to hold it for him. Probably going to switch over to Nest if they get information. Looks like Southeastern is leaning towards the B side, so he may rotate over to Nest before too long.
Now that Sova drone coming out, and Mr. Go being the entry fragger, but no, is going to fall to Nightshade. Not exactly what he had in plan, but Mop as well with the shorty, and now this going to pick up Bender. A 4-on-2, and Emna looking with that op. The swing. And Mop, or excuse me, Isaac in not very good position. He gets 2.
Lined up for him right there. See if Isaac can do anything else here. They know where he's at, so it is put him in a bit of a trouble.
Yep, Cromsey almost had him there, and now Vis looking for that swing. Gets flashed. Now there's a swing. There's Cromsey. No! Unfortunate.
Ran out of bullets.
Ran out of ammo.
Didn't quite have it there.
And now cutting their lead in half. OCCC up 3 to Southeastern 6.
3-win streak. Yeah, they really got to counter this op. The op is what's killing them here. They just can't push onto site. They can't apply pressure. If they push too far, they just get picked up.
Yep. It's finding that right timing and finding that that pressure, like you were saying, getting that op away from them.
Yeah,
could be the meaning between coming out with a win in this game or not. Now choosing to go towards A, I like this a little bit better, a little bit more of a.
Bender walking a pulse here. Might run into Cromsey.
Here's the swing. It's a little bit of a pick shot, fake out. Shoots him out, get flashed. There's a swing, Cromsey, Bender fighting it out. They're gonna send utility the other way, and there's a headshot by Bender, much needed.
That was huge. Bender needed to pick that up for sure there in halls.
Absolutely. Switch over here to A bomb site. Playing through is now Isaac.
And Idius coming up with that mid flank here is going to be really good timing as they're trying to push onto site. Idius is going to have some good angles here.
Now there's the 1 headshot. There's a 2 headshot. 2-piece. Nightshade.
They know where he's at. They're going to get 2 pings here. Picked him up.
And there it is.
Good job, SE. Way to use your utility. Idius on the huge flank there coming in right at the perfect timing as they're pushing behind pyramids there. No idea Idius was going to poke his head out from mid.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
And now OCCC gonna stray away from the op. I don't know if they had enough funds for it or not, but that is good that they got that out of the hands of Enma, because like we said earlier, it is very, very hard to apply pressure on the spots that you need it, especially with that op basically just over your head the whole time.
Yeah, interesting play. Vis definitely could have bought the op for Enma, but they chose not to, so we'll see why, maybe. Maybe they have something up their sleeve here.
Maybe so.
Right there.
We're gonna scoop up another orb. 1 more point towards that
He's
ultimate.
putting a lot of pressure here. But just enough pressure to actually pull quite a bit of the rotate here. As OCCC is now left Viper alone on the B side.
Ooh, and that Astra gonna get a very sneaky pick on Bender.
Bender not looking quite the right direction there with his back towards the double doors. Nightshade loves those spams and is really doing a great job with them. Holds that B site by himself really, really well.
A very dominant presence by him, and now Southeastern having to make a move. That enemy Sova gonna get the pick on our Sova. And now Adias looking towards heaven, marks 1. They know that the Sova is there, but they have a jet in their own spawn on the flank. Emna getting the shots on Mop, and a flawless from OCCC. And man, they have finally come alive here late into this game, and now we are at the half. And very typical of the half, you're going to see everything bought out from each side, leaving no food on the table for either team.
Southeastern's a bit on a bit of a half buy here. Not having quite the funds to everyone to full buy, but that's all right. It's like they'll buy for each other, share some of the money.
Share the love.
Get out of my way.
And now Nightshade gonna set up for that B bomb site. Now Mr. Goat has the daggers, jump peeking this. They're just gonna rotate right through mid and apply pressure. They need it exactly right here, smoking his way through. Mr. Goat gonna have great position, and down goes Mr. Goat from that.
Yeah, trying to take some space there into CT, but just couldn't quite get the shot off. Even with the knives, still got the best of him.
Spike down B.
And now Diaz playing a very, very long angle in mid. That Astra
Player standing.
sending out smokes, but that ult there. Smoking off about half of the map, and the swing by Bender needed that. And Cromsey. And the swing yet again, but no. OCCC gonna take that round from the half.
5-7 though, still looking pretty good for SE, especially if we can end up picking up this pistol round and the following bonus round. Hopefully we can pick both those up, and it puts us in real good position to finish off this game.
Absolutely, yeah. That pistol round sets up the next few, especially if they play their cards right.
Goes there.
But at the same time, we have seen OCCC do some pretty sneaky plays, especially using pistol rounds to overcome those early ecos. So we'll see Southeastern can handle this round wisely. And now Bender and Mop being very, very aggressive through this A bomb site.
Yeah, and Enma going big with the sheriff there. We'll see if it pays off for him.
Poison orb emitting.
Again, sending out a smoke, waiting, watching C's. Doesn't quite pick up two. Don't know if he realizes that or not. But Isaac here with the support, and now they do know that one is on the main entrance.
Looks like OCCC is leaning a lot towards the B side here. And that leaves Idius all alone, hanging out. See if he can handle all four of them pushing onto him.
They found my wire.
And here they come. Has one behind him. Cromsey gets the pick on him. He can fight out one more, but no, doesn't end up with it. A 4-on-3 scenario.
Southeastern still unaware that Enma is mid. Isaac is about to find him here. This is a big fight. And Enma wins it.
There it is. And he will win yet another one on that swing. Can he? No, he will not. Mop gonna end his streak right there. Now the plane going down by the enemy Astra, and the swing Vis knows one. He's gonna hold a head peek. Realizes, takes a flash, but plays it slow. Rotating out, pushing up, but no, Vis is gonna get that K on him, and one round away from tying it up is OCCC.
And usually the second round here, you know, it usually goes to whoever won the first round, right? So whoever won the first round is going to have much higher economy. Like, they're buying a rifle, they're buying the Outlaw, the Bulldog, the Guardian, and Southeastern just sticking on all classics. It's not impossible. We saw Southeastern, I think it was last game, they actually won the second round after losing the first. So it's not impossible for them to do it again, but Breeze does make it really difficult because of all the long-range engagements. Those rifles and long-range guns just really do a lot more than that classic can do.
Absolutely. But now again, they're just gonna have to play the slow game here, especially if they want to keep their lead. Cromsey gonna be up top there, sending out that fake. And now Mop and Mr. Goat making their presence known at mid, but they rotate back through A, and Vis gonna get the K on Fender, and they might make the call. Adias, the only one back for B, but trying to stall out OCCC here as much as they possibly can.
OCCC still hasn't picked up the spike, so I don't think they really know where they want to go yet. I think they're still just going to try to pick up one more before they really make that decision. It's lots of patience by them. Usually with teams have those better rifles, those better guns, they're not afraid to just run it down.
Very, very passive gameplay so far, and we could see that up top here with Isaac.
Isaac in a pretty good spot, but I can't tell if he knows he's there or not. The Yoda is very cautious.
I don't think he does. No, he doesn't. Does he hear
30
footsteps?
seconds left.
He's gonna swing him. And no, Cromsey And a few more engagements go down.
Enemy remaining.
Fast on that flick in order to get on him there.
And Vis gonna have a free plant. And now here's Adias for the cleanup.
Here.
Looking for switch, doesn't go for it. And now rotating backside full through spawn.
Ideal scenario for Idiot is just to stay in halls and die to the bomb. I mean, he's going to give them an ult point if he dies. And just a little bit more money if one of them get to kill him. So really, if he just tucks in this corner to his left, waits for the spike to blow up, really best in Southeastern's favor. It's not a real fun gameplay, but it is the best. The 1v4 with a classic. Hopes not very high. He might end up getting this over here, though, unaware.
And there's Vis!
Which is great. He could pick up his gun. Chose not to, though, nonetheless.
Great
Chose
job
to
there.
go ahead and die.
And a lot of laughter coming out of the gaming room after that K right there. I don't think Vis was just having a nice little stroll and
He was.
got interrupted
He
there.
was trying to enjoy the beach there, you know? He was just trying to find some water, kick back, and enjoy some sunshine.
Maybe have a coconut or two, you know? But
Maybe.
just shut down completely by Adias there. And now it is tied up, and he chose to play the slow game there. Ultimately, did end up in his favor. Like you said, dying to that bomb gave him, strange enough, more economy than he probably would have just fighting it right out. But Mr. Goat with an operator now.
And aggressive op.
Like to see that. Dash
He is
engaged.
Pushing up elbow.
Isaac
Huge kill. Huge kill right there.
needed that early. Now the Astra walking down long, waiting,
Oh.
and gets the shot on Mr. Goat.
With the Bulldog.
Wow,
Unfortunate for Southeastern.
what a play there by him, but still SE not in bad position just yet. They are a little more spread out than they probably would like to be. But they're playing back just a little bit. OCCC has a man on every lane so far, trying to get as much intel as they can. Viper does have the bomb, so he is going to be the call man for
Isaac
that.
picked up 2 there, so they know that they're mid and elbow, which is a lot of information. Viper and Asher are both on that side of the map, but unfortunately for Southeastern, it pulled a bit of a rotate down halls there, but they're gonna, looks like OCCC is gonna push on to A for free.
And gets the pick on
30
Bender.
seconds left.
Toxins going up.
Yeah,
And
Bender
out.
really had the jump on him there.
Now 3 on 4.
And the free side. I think Mop is gonna have some pretty good timing here coming up the backside. Does look like the Sofa's ready for it though. And he is. Good job by OCCC, which is being really aware.
Nice. Good
Nonetheless,
pick on there.
Yeah, great pick. Picked it up.
Flashing, blinding, everything. Let it go. Oh, and the headshot. And another one. He's got to reload. Swings with a pistol. 1 on 2. Has to do it here.
Oh,
Gets the
got killed.
headshot.
And the TP. Way to go.
Now the Astra. Gonna swing. Knows he's there. Isaac, how do you have to play it? You got to play it. Swing it. There's the headshot. And he has it.
Let's hope Isaac goes and gets that operator that the Astra picked up from Mr. Goat.
Plenty of time and plenty of kills to his name. A 4-piece there from Isaac.
Yeah, great play by Isaac, man. He at the mid round there, he picked up both that info with the drone in mid, knew where the Viper, knew where the Astra was. That allowed them to rotate down halls. Man, really great plays, really good usage of the information that they gathered early on in that match.
Absolutely. Much needed him by there. And now, again, with a 1-round lead, Southeastern looking to keep that the theme.
Yeah, Isaac just one off here of his ult, which though Silver ult on this map can do a lot of good.
And again, Bender being the front man for the A site there. And now a full stack of 5 going towards B, and Adias is going to feel the wrath of that. Pushed off his mark just a little bit more now, and he's going to peek Cromsy, and he's going to get the headshot with that Guardian. And another one! What another swing. Can he get a third? Three-piece from Adias. The one-man army stands. And finally he will fall, and the rest of his team has free range, and no! Don't let that great play go to waste. But that Astra does eventually get that bomb off Mr. Goat, and swinging. Does have the op. Faced close by the Astra. Then the shot there. Another one right on this other side. And the shot, the Guardian. Mr. Goat. It's a cat and mouse game now. Spike is down. That enemy Sova.
Oh, the
Doesn't have to
dance.
do it. Hey, there it is! What a clutch by your own Mr. Goat.
The dance around the half wall there, man, that is one to go down in the books.
That is great. One of the best tangos we have ever seen.
Man.
And man, they absolutely needed that.
Yeah, they
Mr.
did.
Goat.
Yeah, puts us up 2 here, right? And it's gonna put OCCC on a bit of a partial buy here. Yeah, they all can't full buy, and forces them to go broke too. So we'll see how they do. The Yoru does have the ult and the judge, which is usually a pretty scary combo, as he comes right out of the ult and just shotguns you to the face. So we'll see how he uses it here. Pretty interesting. I'm excited to see how it goes for Southeastern.
Yes, this should do.
Absolutely. And I think that's not going to deter OCCC whatsoever from going towards a Diaz.
Seems like the same play.
Yeah. But now with a little bit more of a better weapon in hand and all the utility, die a slow death, sir. You absolutely did. And now, OCCC with full control of B bomb site, and now the spike will start to go down. On the flank is looking to be Isaac.
Yeah, Bender needed to pick up that kill there. He did a good job. OCCC just now getting the plant down, and Southeastern really picking up the kills. And Bender's got a lot of pressure here on the backside. They have to be worried about him. He's going to have to make some moves. He's going to take that long flank all the way around the window.
And now another pick from Mr. Goat with that op. And a crossfire set up here. No, and from mid.
One enemy
Gets
remaining.
shot. Nightshade, a 1-on-2. Isaac has free range to go get that spike. And Bender sees it, and there's the K.
Good job, Southeastern.
Cover your buddy's back, and there you have it.
Yeah, and you see OCCC really just push onto the site there, and they just put a lot of util. I mean, they use multiple ults there trying to take the site. Lots of utility, lots of pressure, but at the end of the day, it allowed Southeastern just to play the retake and use our ults and our utility right back at them and really take the space that we needed to take fairly quickly.
Absolutely. Countermeasures to everything OCCC threw at him at that point. Again, holding on to it for that long, especially on the ult side, is just great discipline and great strategy from SE. And again, looking at OCCC's take here, they're going to look for almost a full push towards A. They might split off and go through mid if they decide to. One on Heaven here. And the Astra peeking, opening K from Bender. They needed that. And now Emna falls as well to Mop on a cheeky little head glitch there. Cromsy.
Yeah, we need to get rid of the Yoru in Hall there. I don't know if they're going to be able to get rid of him fast enough. He's really just holding his space, which is makes Mr. Goat look at it, makes Isaac here look at it, and no one can really do anything.
Denying the plant. There you have it. Does crucial amounts of damage. Can he connect another one? No, he cannot. Playing through his own smoke. He knows that one is close. Vis has intel on 2 now. Misses the dart, unfortunately, but is going to get another try at it.
Still not paying attention to the Yoru there. No one's looking at him.
There's Cromsy. Gets that pick, just like you were talking about.
Picked up another one.
Can he get a third? They don't have time. They got to go through there. They don't see the other enemy player. There's a swing. They have it. It's a 1-on-1.
Cromsy's one shot.
Excuse me, 1-on-2.
Oh,
Standing.
oh, it's not over yet.
A D.
Oh,
There's
picked it up. Does he have time, though?
I don't think he does. Nope. And a clutch, but unfortunately dies the bomb, as Cromsy was the driving player in that final round there.
Yeah, and I think what really happened here is that Yoru just tucked, and because they never saw him, Southeastern assumed he had TP'd back onto like a safe space because he just stayed there, and they didn't go and check. Because they didn't go and check, right, he ended up picking up 2 kills just by waiting and playing his time right.
Yeah, just so one angle can mean the difference in that round, and it definitely did.
Southeastern a bit on a hero rifle here. Let's see if Bender can do much with his rifle that he gets. Just to go on the knives, which really helps even up the odds. Used them all though on the updraft there in mid, but didn't pick anything up with it.
Unfortunate.
Got a little damage, but not much else. They do put Bender all the way up there in mid, which is a good spot. Didn't wait long enough.
Didn't hold out long enough.
OCCC was prepared for it, along with Mott being there right beside him.
And they're going to take that same strategy again, although sending 2 now toward that spot that Cromsey had. The fake out, and now Isaac falls to the enemy Sova and Adias, and Mr. Goat going to be the duo to take on all of OCCC. Make that 1, make that 0, a flawless round from OCCC. Again, that Yoru really put pressure through that middle site. I mean, it's just hard to play off of that, especially when Bender, and I believe the other pick was Isaac as well, got shot down through there. It's just really hard to rotate through there.
Yeah, it was. But we see Southeastern here back with pretty much a full buy. So we'll see how that can go for them. Unlike the previous round, you know, they all had classics and pistols and all that. So hopefully it goes pretty well here.
Hopefully.
Yes, this should do.
Only 3 more rounds to kind of finish this game off.
Who's next?
Using that ult, and they're gonna swing full for a bomb site. Mr. Goat getting himself in better position. Flashed, has to back up, doesn't want to sacrifice this operator too soon. And the rest of his team's gonna catch up, and no, down he goes to the enemy jet. Astra playing that tight corner. Isaac knows he's there. When's the swing gonna happen? Has to be smart. There's the swing and the headshot by Astra. Again, a 2-on-5 scenario. Mop and a Diaz. They're just going to set up a crossfire and save weapons and eco and not try to take on OCCC just yet.
Yeah, keeping that op is going to be pretty important going into the last few rounds of this game, I think.
Yep, they need that. Absolutely. And now OCCC might go on the hunt here. I don't believe they will. And they're just going to rotate back in their own spawn. Euro checking corners and not going to do much else. And tying it up is OCCC.
Which is quite the comeback so far.
Absolutely. And there is a timeout from your very own Southeastern coach. And again, looking at that stat line really fast.
Nope.
Again, it's just trying to have full buyouts almost, but they're going to try to play the long game and see if they can't win that way.
Yeah, and there's actually a very interesting strategy, especially on Breeze, seeing how it's such a long map. Almost everyone always goes Vandals. And actually, the time to kill, the bullets hit you, it's actually no different to go heavy shields or light shields. So I know Southeastern has light shields, and you would think that was a disadvantage. But in this scenario, as OCCC has all Vandals, it actually makes a 0 difference. And it saves them a little bit of money on the economy side of things as well. Just to go all light shields, it's actually not a bad disadvantage here. So it looks like Southeastern will have pretty much a full buy here. Bender should be able to buy a rifle, and has his ult, which the Viper ult on this map plays a lot. Mm-hmm. Shuts down a lot of opportunity that other teams might try to take advantage of.
Yeah, that area of control is crucial, especially either during plant scenarios or post-plant. Just deny everything and keep map control. And again, shout out to Bender being the top frag that time for 19 and 14 so far. With a few more rounds to go, we could see even more out of him. And Enna with 22 and 13 being the top frag for them. And now Bender sitting out, being very, very aggressive. Doesn't find anybody though. But he has 2 there. Gets the headshot on 1, going back to his smoke. Reposition. And they're going to hold off on B bomb site.
OCCC still not too afraid of the Viper, as it looks like they're just going to try to go through elbow and push up through mid. Trying to get a different angle on Bender while he's still in his smoke.
And he's going to dish some more out. Mr. Goat gets the shot on Emna. And now a 5-on-3. Astra still has the ult, but I don't think they're going to use it. They don't need to. Bender being very, very aggressive looking. Gets the shot on the Sova. This. Down he goes.
I have no idea. Bender out here playing peekaboo in his own ultimate and really working out in his favor.
He hides in the shadows.
30 seconds left.
That's the first time we've seen life from Bender this whole time.
And I don't think they've realized Yoru was pushed all the way up on site. Oh, they picked him up. There you go. Just
Here's
now,
another
just
one.
the Astra. Well, she hears him.
It.
Yep, I think he did.
Oh, no. Gets poked in the back there just a little bit. And through the smoke, finally got him there.
10 seconds.
And the headshots by the Astra.
Yeah, I think Southeastern just trying to pick up the kill here, just to kind of hurt OCCC's economy. But it looks like they're going to let him go.
Defenders win that one, and they do not find the Astra. Man, what a play there by Bender, just going back and forth, playing peekaboo, like you were saying, that whole entire time with OCCC, stalling him out to the very, very end.
Yeah, it looks like OCCC really didn't know. It's like they decided to go be there, and then when the Viper ult came out, they just weren't really sure what they wanted to do with it. Yeah, they just stuck on elbow for a little bit, but OCCC is playing very patient game. They're not rushed. They're not in a hurry, which is turning out to work quite a bit on their favor on this attack side.
And sitting pretty well off. And yet again, Mop with his ult on our side. Now Bender
Screen down.
playing mid, this little low ground. We've seen this work in each side's favor so far. Ramsey gonna play through long mid there towards A side.
Yeah, and Southeastern really I mean, they're all pretty much playing on that A side. I mean, even Idiot's on B side. He's playing really far off.
Toxins going up.
But again, OCCC pretty well spread out.
Ooh, Isaac picked up the kill there on the Yoder as he pushed up halls.
Ooh,
And Bender picked it up. Very
Great
good.
timing there.
Yeah, now Southeastern can really just play back. I mean, it's a 5v3 at this point. There's really not much of a reason to push or to risk anything.
No, absolutely.
Just let them walk right into you.
And now, so staying back, Isaac has got a great angle mid there.
And with 35 seconds left, OCCC hasn't taken much space. If they're going to plant this,
30
they're
seconds
going to
left.
be rushed for time. And it looks like they are. They're going to start moving towards A. They're going to be cutting it really, really close here.
a
gonna
last
have to
second
run.
push.
And especially with the ult here, this is going to stall them by mob. This ult's going to stall them by at least a few seconds, and it's going to probably be too long. They're not going to get the plant down.
10 seconds left.
Oh, and Isaac falls, making that an even 3-on-3, and they're going to rely on that ult.
They don't get the plant.
Got him.
Remaining.
Another one.
Down A.
Yeah, and there's the final K for Mr. Goat. And there it is.
Match point.
One more round to go here. We'll see. We'll see if Southeast can bring it home. Really good plays by them, though, all around.
Absolutely.
OCCC just paused, and I think really just paused too long. They were so rushed to try to get onto that site. Just couldn't quite pull it through. Let's see if Southeast can bring it home.
And a timeout from OCCC, going to try to regain composure, and we will take a break as well. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for game number 3 in this best of 5. Hello, everyone. We are back in the final moments, hopefully, of game number 3. Southeastern can finish this one out. 1 round remaining. Looking to hopefully make their climb back up the ladder. Now, OCCC does have 2 games on them, but they're not worried about that just now. They just have to take the next step that's in front of them. Ramsey. Looking. Yoro. Flashed out. Bender. Gonna back up just a little bit, and that Astra is pushing Isaac off his mark way back. And now switching over to Mr. Goat. Gonna take the long angle towards mid. could play either way, and it seems OCCC is going to make the call towards B, and Adias is going to take the blunt force of that. Does have trip wines on it, trying to shoot at the camera, and they do so. Not playing his traditional spot, playing very, very deep. And there's that Astra ult, going to seal off mid, and any place gets the headshot on Emna, exactly what they needed to hopefully
Found you.
pick this push apart. Astra's planning.
Spike planted.
Sova does have intel. Gets pinged. Has to get away. They're going to trade out. Bender falls
Last player
off
standing.
long. No. And falls to Mop in the headshot. And the Astra going to be clean up for that one. Man,
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah, what really hurt was that Yoder playing mid and just picking up that kill in Southeastern. Didn't really know if they wanted to push on the side or go back to mid to pick up the kill. And just kind of a little back and forth there, which just got them a little confused, it seemed like. And so then pushing through that Astra ult, they were just not quite ready to do it, I don't think.
Here. Here.
But again, still in pretty comfortable position. They have to play from 2 rounds behind. But again, SE has to be pretty stout here. Guardian gets revealed. And so now OCCC has all the information that they need so far. Bender just still getting pushed off his mark time and time again. Man, trying to pick that Sova. Nightshade down with the plant. Gets flashed just a second.
Spike planted.
But that rolls away, playing a head glitch. And now Isaac backing up his buddy. Over here to Mr. Goat on the flank from mid. Nightshade way out of position. That Astra smoke does nothing. Still at 5-on-5. Nobody has fallen just yet. As soon as he smokes away, Chaos will go, and Nightshade gonna find 2 through the smoke. That's Sova gonna deny the defuse again and again. Isaac still playing that lineup. He has a good head glitch there, but no, that Astra and Yoru going to finish that work.
Yeah, and really just sends us straight into an overtime
Switching
here.
sides.
So that the overtime, if you don't know how overtime works, it hasn't happened this series at least. One team will attack and the other team will defend, and then they'll actually just flip-flop and switch sides until one team wins 2 in a row.
Yeah, very exciting, but also very scary territory to be right here. We want to see Southeastern get out ahead early. They are on the attacking side. But
Where's our stronger side? It is the side we shot out, 6-0 right off the gate. So we'll see if we can do it again here on the attack side.
hopefully.
Looks like there could be some action right here early on. Inma's gonna get the op, and Mr. Goat's gonna challenge him.
There's the headshot, maybe. Waiting for the peek, and no, dashing away, does bait it out slightly. Looking for it, trying to get through the smokes, doing all that they can, gonna dash away, and now gonna regroup. 3, now 2 different players going through mid. Holding longer angles, Vis does take a lot of damage. Cromsy on the swing, and down he goes, Mr. Goat, with a crucial first take there.
Here.
And Idius pushed up Halls there and is trying to get the spike back.
I have
The
retrieved
Southeastern's
spike.
control. We kind of lost it there. But we did end up getting it. Not sure what Southeastern's going to do, but they're hearing all the information. Isaac's going to get picked up mid there, unaware that Astra had pushed all the way up down to drop.
Gonna activate that smoke, and now they realize a push for A,
He's here.
and they're gonna have to swing, and they're gonna have to swing fast.
OCCC is fully prepared for this push, though.
Oh, and the headshot.
Last player
And another one. Emna. Oh, no. And Southeastern falls around to OCCC in overtime.
switching sides.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that everyone understands, it is win and stay in it, or lose, and OCCC will move on.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, Mr. Goat going for the same strategy that Inma went for with the operator, which is not a terrible call. It paid out for OCCC there on that last round. And we'll see if we can do the same.
And
Looks
is that a...
That is an Odin.
Odin?
SMG.
Interesting.
Lots of ammo, lots of bullets. Looked like they got the jump peek on Mr. Go, and he didn't pick up the kill there, and he really needed to. Those jump peeks are really hard to get.
Bender falls to Cromsey.
Careful now. Cage trigger.
Now again, Adias. And Mr. Goat gonna get that pick. Cromsey is in sight. Shooting it out, and no! A 3-on-4.
We got to get that Odin through the wall here. Let's see if it works out for him.
See the Astra close, but here's another one through the smoke, and no!
Spike planted.
The Odin gets 2! And now it's evened up. Yoru. Teleporting back, sees the one on the crossfire, but no, a 1-on-2. Gets a swing. Can he get another one? No! Had no clue. He was there.
Unfortunate to see it go down like that. But there we go. Southeastern rank number 2, ending the season as number 2 for the division. So good job to the team. We actually don't know yet if they will qualify to compete in nationals or not. We'll have to wait to see how all the other teams pan out and play over the next, well, tonight, actually. I think most of the teams will probably play tonight. So we'll see probably tomorrow if Southeastern's Valorant team will get to play in the nationals. Probably the group play is what the next stage will be, but we'll keep you updated. Make sure to go follow our Instagram. That's where most of all of our information is given out. So go follow us there. It's SE Sports HQ, the same as our YouTube. And you'll be able to make sure you keep up to date with everything that we're doing.
Absolutely. And again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in tonight. My name is Colby Gray, and we will see y'all in the next one. Peace out.